high school football here on 96.3 WJOP. I'm Steve Bowen alongside Hall of Famer, player, and coach from Salem High, Sean Gallagher. Great to be back here in the booth with you.
Yeah, bringing it back, getting the band back together.
That's it. Get the cobwebs off here and get back to some good high school football live here in Newburyport, taking on the new to Cape Ann last year, Essex Tech Hawks. Both teams coming in 0-2, so both teams looking for their first victory of the year. So this is huge for both. Both actually have new coaches as well over on Essex Tech. They got Tim Frermuth. He came over from Hamilton Wenham, and I'm sure you guys have heard the Frermuth name. His brother Pat, the tight end, over for the Steelers as the starter, and Tim, the coach at Essex Tech. Over in Newburyport, we got an interim coach right now, head coach John Weber, and he's taking the reins for Newburyport right now, and really looking forward to this one tonight, Sean.
Yeah, we should have a great game here tonight. Tell you, Newburyport kind of walked into a buzzsaw with Masco, who's one of the top schools in Division II, and probably looking at not only a playoff berth but also a Super Bowl run. And then they had a tough loss against Bedford last week. So just like you said, Steve, Newburyport, the Clippers here with Coach Weber, looking to get their first win at home. And I'll tell you, it's a great community event every time you come up here to Newburyport. You get the band, the cheerleaders, the crowd comes out. We're going to have a packed house, beautiful weather. And tell you, give credit to Essex Tech coming into the Cape Ann League for the past 2 years, building up that program over there. And they also had a tough couple openers. So both teams are going to be really chomping at the bit to get the first win.
Yeah, really can't wait to get this one started. The Friday night lights are on, and we're almost at the national anthem. But before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about this Newburyport team. They're coming in all new from last year. That team had some really good talent on it, and this year they have some talent as well. At quarterback, Jack Miller, he's the senior. He's taken over. He's got a good arm, but he can also run very well. Had 13 runs for 61 yards against Masco with 157 yards in the air last week against Bedford. This team 1-1 Bedford, though, but they lost to the Shawsheen Valley Tech, who won the Division V state championship last year, and they kept that one close. And, Newburyport had a couple scores against them last week, so they're going to bring that momentum over with Miller, who was able to get 9 runs for 26 yards last week against the Bedford team. This team's also got Owen Monjo. He's over at running back. Paul Suzo. He also carries the ball for Newburyport. They got some good wide receivers as well. Henry Thurston, Braden Fowler, and Kean Marcos. Big touchdown catch last week versus Bedford. So these guys are definitely going to be trying to get open tonight for quarterback Jack Miller.
Yeah, 100%. And there's some core linemen coming back from that great team last year at Newburyport. You have Noah Benson, who was only a sophomore last year, starting at center. He's bigger, stronger, and faster, coming in as a junior this year. And if you remember that tandem that we watched last year, Steve, a few times, love that linebacker tandem with Henry Thurston and TJ Skiba. Both of those guys coming back after an entire season. So I look for the defensively that duo to do some damage.
Yeah, Skiba was just sensational last year on Thanksgiving. I think we had him as player of the game for Newburyport. The kid was outstanding, and this year he's just even better. Only a junior too, so watch out for Skiba. I'm sure defensively he's going to make some big plays tonight, and Essex Tech's going to be watching out for TJ Skiba.
Right, and then last year coming into his own too, and another year with that experience is Matt Page, number 24. He'll be a wide receiver, but he's also very instrumental on the defensive scheme. So I'll tell you, I think it's going to be a great game. I'm already looking at one advantage, and I would think right now Newburyport has a big sideline. They got a lot of kids there, where you might look at Essex Tech, not many players, so depth might come into play, especially the third or fourth quarter. If those guys start to get tired, when you're just playing 11 guys pretty much on both sides of the ball, eventually you start to get worn down. So the team that can kind of substitute throughout the ball game might have an advantage in a close game towards the fourth quarter.
Yeah, most definitely. That's a great point, Sean, and definitely we'll be looking for that as the game rolls on. It looks like we're going to head to the national anthem. right, folks, that's the national anthem live here in Newburyport. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP. I'm Steve Bowen alongside Sean Gallagher. We got a great ball game tonight. The 0-2 Clippers taking on the 0-2 Essex Tech Hawks, and this team both looking for their first victory of the season, so a lot on the line. Both teams going to be going at it, I'm sure, from start to finish, as I know Newburyport, they don't quit ever, as they played great in the second half of both games that they lost this year, as they were able to get scores on the board in those games, and definitely coming into tonight trying to get that first victory for interim head coach John Weber.
Yeah, and I think as you're coming into a game, especially when you're looking for your first win, Steve, you really want to have some success, especially, your first drive. So I really believe, you got to start building that confidence early, especially for both teams. So right now, a very key aspect here for Newburyport to get themselves sustained drive, move the change and get some confidence as this game develops.
Here's the kickoff right to left. Essex Tech to Newburyport. They get it for the 20, outside to the 25, 30, and then pulled out of bounds is number 5, Owen Mongo, with the return.
Yeah, nice little return that time. He's cutting it right up to the middle of the field, and he bounces it to the right side. Picks up some extra yards there. And I think right here, this is where you rely on some of your veteran key linemen coming back from last year. Noah Benson at the center had a great season last year. And then Skiba is also one of the guards there. Just right in the beginning, just set the tone in the offensive line and come off the ball. Be really important, I think, this drive here for the Clippers.
Spread offense out for the Clippers. Miller in the gun. Offset to the right is Suzo. Miller looking to throw. He does left side. Caught and complete at the 35. Makes a guy miss up to the 40 and then brought down at the 41-yard, 6-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, that time just a nice little hitch pass out there. Newburyport spreading Essex Tech out. They had 3 down linemen, and I'll tell you, nice pass protection up front by the Clipper offensive line.
Suozo in the backfield. Offset to the right of the quarterback, Miller. 2 wide receivers out to the left for the Clippers. 2 to the right. Out of the gun. It's a fake handoff, and it's a keeper by the quarterback. Miller, he's trying to get to that first down marker, but I think he's going to be just a little short. We'll see where they mark. It might be 3rd and inches here.
Yeah, I think you're right, Steve. It looks like, just like you said, 3rd and inches. You get some good eyes there.
I love that push there by the Clippers, trying to get a little tush push going.
They get the home field advantage, so.
Oh, they gave it to him. They gave it to him. All right. Maybe my eyes aren't as good as we thought. 1st and 10 now for the Clippers at their own 44-yard line. 1 wide receiver out to the left, 2 to the right. In the backfield is Suzo, just offset to the right of the quarterback, Miller. And we got a flag.
I think you might have, I don't know if the wide receiver. No, it's actually going to be on Essex Tech. They lined up in the neutral zone. I know at the top of the field there across from us, the wideout was checking in with the official to make sure he was on the line of scrimmage. So I was getting a little nervous that he might not have been all the way up on the line of scrimmage, but that penalty against Essex Tech. So some momentum here. You had the nice run back. You got a first down. We'll see if what Newburyport calls here.
From the 49 is the Clippers. 1st and 5 after the penalty. Thurston and Fowler out wide to the right. Miller in the gun. Offset to the right is Suzo, as they've been all night. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Looking to pass is Miller. Over the middle. Oh, out of the hands of Brandon Fowler. Incomplete pass.
Right, just a nice pass pattern that time, a crossing pattern. Catching Essex Tech in man-to-man coverage. And anytime you're in the man coverage, those crossing patterns are really tough to cover. So it was a nice play call. They just couldn't connect. 2nd and 5 here.
2nd and 5 now from the 49 for the Clippers. Friday night lights are on here in Newburyport at James Stehlin Field in front of the home crowd. Newburyport right back to that spread offense. 2 out wide to the right, 1 to the left. Miller looking to throw, drops back, goes over the middle. Incomplete pass, though, looking for Suzo. Third down.
Yeah, that time setting up a middle screen. They had all kinds of credit to defensive line that time for Essex Tech. They were right in Miller's face. He didn't really have time to set his feet and kind of just dump that over the defensive lineman. So 3rd and 5 here.
9:55 here in the first quarter. Miller out of the gun, now offset to the left is Suzo. 3 wide receivers spread to the right, 1 to the left. Here's Miller out of the gun, looking to throw, looking to the right. Now he's going to scramble up the middle to the 50, 40, first down and more. Finally going to be brought down hard at the 32-yard line. Big first down for the Clippers.
Yeah, that looked like a design quarterback draw that time. Essex Tech's running a 3-4 defense, Steve, and they had the really concern for the outside perimeter because right now Newburyport's spreading them out. And so that was just a nice call that time. You know, quarterback draw against 3 down linemen. You got more blockers than they have defense. So a nice run that time by Miller.
Yeah, definitely a dual threat with the legs and the arm is Jack Miller, the senior quarterback. He hands it off to Suzo, who goes out wide to the left, trying to make some guys miss, but brought down at about the 30-yard line. Going to be a 2-yard gain on the play. 2nd and 8 coming up for Newburyport.
Yeah, I like that call. He bounces it to the outside, picks up a couple yards. But right now that you have Essex Tech so concerned with lining up and spreading out. You have 3 defensive linemen there. And we know how good that offensive line was last year for Newburyport. So I believe if they want to decide to kind of run up in there right behind Noah Benson, there's some room to run.
Right back to the spread is Newburyport here on 2nd and 8. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 spread out to the right. Jack Miller's going to keep it. The quarterback to the 30, 25. Finally brought down at about the 20-yard line. First down for the Clippers.
Yeah, nice running that time by Miller. Getting to the outside, kind of like a designed quarterback run that time.
20-yard line.
So they're spreading out and they're taking a look at what they're giving them here, Steve. There's no safety in the middle, so they're stuck in man-to-man. That's why anything up the gut, right up the middle of that defense would probably go for big yardage.
Jack Miller in the gun. Fowler. Oh, it's going to be a keeper by Miller. The quarterback looking to get to the end zone. Let's see if he gets in. No call yet. It looks like he's going to be brought down at like the 1-inch line.
Yeah, I like that. That was a dive and QB keeper, but just running between those tackles right there. There's definitely space there, and as we were saying, you always want that. You know, you have the veteran quarterback, so Miller's just kind of, learning the game here, playing quarterback because it's taking place for Fuller last year. But what I really love is you got your center back. Noah Benson's making those calls up front and really controlling the line of scrimmage. So when you have a veteran center coming back, that really makes your offensive line a lot more solid.
Miller keeps it up the middle for the touchdown, Newburyport.
Yeah, nice run that time. And as we were saying, right behind Noah Benson, the veteran center coming back his 2nd year as a starter. And I like that call.
Yeah, a lot of runs there for Jack Miller. And able to get in the end zone. First score of the game, 6-0 now for the Clippers. And they're going to go for the extra point. Kick is up and it's good. 7-0 Newburyport. Nick Garabrino with the extra point. What a great first drive for Newburyport.
Yeah, exactly what you need, especially coming off 2 tough losses. You kind of want to get your offense, in a rhythm. And it just started off with that nice run back right in the beginning. So, credit Coach Weber and his offensive team, offensive coordinators. A nice drive to get it in the end zone.
What I like about the Jack Miller runs there, too, is they're setting up the pass. So
exactly.
They're just going to basically keep working that run until they catch Essex Tech sleeping, and then they're going to start throwing the ball. So watch out for that as well. But some great play calls there. And if they could have connected on that screen pass as well over the middle, that could have been gone for a lot of yardage. But
exactly. And I think that's what we'll see the next offensive series. Right now, Essex Tech was running a 3-man defensive front and a 3-4. They didn't really come out of that. And when you stay in that 3-man front, you definitely have holes up the middle. So we'll see if they make a defensive adjustments next series.
Long kickoff all the way down to the 5-yard line, but Essex Tech with a great return all the way up to the 38-yard line. So great field position for Essex Tech here on their first offensive possession.
I'll tell you right now, Nick Arabino's got a leg on him. And sometimes when you have a real good kicker, he outkicks the coverage.
Yeah. That was a boot.
That was a boot. So nice run back this time, and we'll see if Essex Tech can answer the call right here.
Great return for the Hawks. They're going to start their own 38, 1st and 10 now. Head coach Tim Frymuth looking for his first victory as Hawks head coach. On the road tonight is Essex Tech. Jacoby Casanelli, Tarasuic in the gun. Man in motion comes across. Not a great snap, but here's the handoff. Able to get it off and for about 3-4 yard gain on the play. 2nd down coming up for the Hawks.
Yeah, nice tackle that time. Didn't get the number on that. I think it was Skiba.
Good luck running up the middle against TJ Skiba when he's in the game. All right, 2 wide receivers spread out left for Essex Tech. 1 running back just offset to the left. It's a keeper by the quarterback. Looking to find some room, but he doesn't. He's brought down for 1 yard gain on the play.
Nice defensive penetration that time.
7-0 here in Newburyport. Essex Tech now 3rd and 4 from their 44-yard line. Big play coming up for the Hawks. In the gun is Casanelli. Just offset to the left is Lucier. Looking to throw is Jacoby. He finds Lucier on the screen pass. Caught it complete, but going to be brought down short of the 1st down. Going to be a 4th and 1 now for Essex Tech.
Great tackle that time by number 7, Jack Miller. Open field tackle.
It's 4th down and 2.
4th and 2. Ball marked at the 46. Let's see if they're going to go for it. Looks like they are. Casanelli getting the play call from Coach Frymuth.
Tell you also who had great defense last year. If you remember, number 56, Nick Roper. He's back out there. Defensive end.
2 backs in the backfield with out of the gun Jacoby. Jacoby going to keep it, looking for a 1st down. He gets it, and more. He's off, folks, to the 40, 30. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Essex Tech.
Yeah, just right there, nice play action as a quarterback keeper to the left side of the defense. Nice job blocking by Essex Tech. Double team at point of attack, and Tarasuic just ends up going right down the sideline.
On 4th and 2, what a big play for Essex Tech. The momentum shifting over to the Hawks. What a great run by the quarterback. Found some room, and that was it. Nobody could catch him. Going to go for the extra point. Xavier Parsons, the senior, trying to tie this ball game up. The kick is up. It might have been deflected, and it's no good. I think there was a deflection on that, Sean.
Yeah, I think we might have got one of the Newburyport defensive guys had their hand up, and I think batted that just enough. So 7-6. So there's a little daylight there for the Newburyport defense as they are maintain the lead, 7-6. But as you said, nice play executed that time by Essex Tech. Quarterback keeper. They collapsed on the running back, and the quarterback just snuck it there, and nice job, well executed by the Hawks.
What are you looking for, Sean, here out of Newburyport with that second offensive possession of the game?
I think the same thing. I mean, they really have an opportunity, I believe, to run. Exploit the middle, especially if Essex Tech's going to stay in that three-man line. So I would like to see them come out and try to run the ball a little bit more. But we'll see. We'll see what Essex Tech's going to give them. Because that 4-3, Steve, it really assists with the passing because you have the extra defensive back there. So we'll see if Essex Tech stays in the 3-4 or if they're going to come back out and shift it.
Here's the kickoff all the way down to the 12. Newburyport gets it. Brandon Fowler up to the 25-30. Oh, just gets tackled by the ankles. Might have saved a touchdown. Number 6 there, Giuliano Pena with a big tackle for Essex Tech. Newburyport going to be 1st and 10 from their 36-yard line.
Yeah, it would be good, I think, for the Clippers here to really challenge that defensive line up front. But you know me, we would just run the ball all day long. So, and I think Skeeber's actually, he's out today, as I'm looking at number 55 there. I was looking for his number out there, so he's not playing in this game.
Here's a keeper by quarterback Miller. Makes a few guys miss, gets to the 42, 43. And it's going to take more. Oh, he's still going. They can't bring this guy down. Takes about 7 guys. And then finally, the other quarterback, Jacoby Casanelli Tarasuic, brings him down.
Yeah, it's just a great hard running that time. And anytime you're running back, especially a quarterback, plays like that, it really motivates your offensive line to block a little bit harder. But I really believe all those runs are happening right now, right behind Noah Benson, in the middle of that line.
2 wide receivers out to the left for the Clippers, 1 to the right. Suzo in the backfield, just offset to the right of Miller, who's in the gun. He hands it off to Suzo, who goes to the left side to the 50, outside of the 45, trying to make Jacoby miss, but he's been pushed out of bounds. But looks like it's going to be another 1st down for the Clippers.
Yeah, that time just once again bouncing it to the outside, finding some daylight. Picking up another 1st down here.
They're using Jacoby Casanelli as like just a guy to basically, wherever that ball is, he is going to it. He's like in the backfield just looking for anything that he can get after. Whoever's got it, he's going for him. And he made a nice tackle there as well. Miller in the gun, man in motions. Fowler right to left. It's a run, though, for Suzo up the middle, and he dives trying to get the 1st down, but it's going to bring up 2nd and about 2 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, I really like them executing those runs right up the gut, Steve. Essex Tech staying in that 3-man front, and you don't blame them because they got to be conscious of the spread offense that Newburyport is running here. You might start seeing them man up a little bit, bring an extra guy in the box to try to help out and stop the Clipper running game right now.
Suzo in the backfield, just offset to the right of Miller. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Suzo with a run, but we got a flag on the play.
I think we're going to get offsides here.
Offside against Essex.
On Essex Tech, Steve, a couple of the D linemen, the DN was in the neutral zone. So free play, 1st down for the Clippers to keep the drive going.
.305.
Yeah, we were just gonna say, as we're in the, you got to watch the spread offense, and that's why Essex Tech is having more guys on coverage right now. But eventually, I think they're going to go more man-to-man and bring an extra guy in the box.
Here's the play up the middle. Trying to get a few yards out of it, but everybody jumps all over him. Going to get a few-yard gain, though, on the play.
Yep, and that's kind of exactly what happened there, Steve. They ended up bringing the extra guy, so they went man-to-man, Essex Tech, which makes sense. Man-to-man on the outside receivers, bring the extra guy in the box to try to stop that middle run. But if they come back out of man-to-man, now's the time to throw the football.
Two backs and split in the backfield. Fowler.
And they are in man-to-man again, so this would be a good time to throw the ball.
Fowler and Souza in the backfield with Miller out of the gun. It's a run, though, for Souza. Brought down, though, only about a 2-3 yard gain on the play. And going to bring up third down and about 4 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, and they're in 2-down territory, so no reason to panic here. And if you're Essex Tech, looking to try to mix this defense up a little bit. This is a big defensive series here for the Hawks.
Clippers go back to the spread. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Souza in the backfield. We got a whistle. I think it's going to be a timeout. So 1:45 on the clock. Big third down coming up and 4 from the 22-yard line. What would you like to see here for the Clippers? Try to get that first down.
Well, at that time, it looked like Essex Tech was in man-to-man, so they had trips to the right side, and they had man coverage on the left wide receiver. So any type of a slant like that, that's what I thought they were going to try to do. And I think that's why Essex Tech coaches called the timeout, because I don't think they had the right defense for that offensive formation. So it's like a little cat and mouse game right here, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Love to see Miller show off that arm a little bit, too.
What I would like to see, too, is because Miller, we just saw how well he can run the football, and he's really tough. Puts that head down and can run and can also throw the ball. So I would like to see any type of a rollout where you give him the run-pass option is always a safe bet. As he rolls out, if there's a guy there, just dump the ball, get the first down. If everyone's running in coverage or man-to-man, just have him tuck and go. So something like that might go pretty well.
Yeah, we've seen that so many times over the years in this high school football games that we've been doing with these quarterbacks rolling out and then choosing either they're going to, pass it or they're going to keep it and run with it and, let the playmaker make the play.
Exactly.
And take it from there.
Yeah, and you only have the 4 yards, so you want to, you talk to your quarterback, get the first down. That's the key.
All right, here we go. Third down and 4 from the 22. Same formation, 3 wide receivers out to the right. Man in motion is Kean Marcos, right to left. Miller looking to throw, drops back, goes to the end zone, got a man open. Oh, in and out of the hands of Brandon Fowler. And it's going to bring up 4th down now for the Clippers.
Yeah, it was right in his it looked like it was right in his hand, Steve, but I do believe the defender got his hand on it, so it wouldn't have been a clean catch. It was a really difficult catch. He was looking over his shoulder. But here you go. You're going to have the 4th down here.
Hey, they let Miller throw it. I like that. Give it a shot to the end zone.
4th down. I thought there was a penalty or a flag out there, and nope, it looks like they pulled it up there saying 4th down, so you got 4th and 5, 4th and 4.
From the 22-yard line for the Clippers. Right back to that spread offense. 3 out to the right side, 1 to the left. 2 to the left, empty backfield with Miller out of the gun. 1:37 on the clock here in the first quarter. 7-6 Clipper lead. Big 4th down and 4 here. Man in motion right to left is Souza. And Miller keeps it, though. He goes to the right side, but brought down. Let's see. He stretched out for the first down. Let's see if he has it.
I think he's going to be short, Steve, by about a half a yard.
Wow, big defensive play there for the Hawks.
Yeah, and that time they switched it up a little bit, Steve, defensively. They went man-to-man. They brought the extra guy in the box. And I think they were, keying on Miller that time, expecting that QB run. So this is a good defense for the Hawks here in Essex Tech.
Essex has it all first down.
As we were saying, we were anticipating Skeeber to be in there. But he's out right now with a shoulder injury, it looks like. He was scratched as a starter tonight. So the rest of the defense, you still have some great players out there. As we said, Roper's back. Noah Benson's now playing the nose. You have Thurston out there.
1st and 10 now for Essex Tech from their own 18-yard line. Run up the middle, but met by that line of Newburyport. Maybe a 1 or 2 yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and long now for the Hawks.
Yeah, nice tackle that time. In on the tackle was obviously Noah Benson and Zachary Bell, number 59 for the Clippers.
Second and 8 now for Essex Tech. In the backfield is Lucier. Just offset to the left of Jacoby, who's in the gun, man in motion. Comes across, looking to throw though, is Jacoby. He does on a screen pass, bobbled though. And Paul Suzo almost breaks up the pass, but we have a flag down.
Get holding against the Hawks. That was almost a pick 6.
Yeah, it was.
Nice job defensively.
Suzo bobbled that thing and almost came up with it.
Yeah, holding against the Hawks. Yeah, they're going to push them back 10 yards.
Holding against Essex Tech.
So 2nd and real long now for the Hawks. 7-6 ball game. Newburyport with the lead right now with 39 seconds left in the first quarter.
This is a good situation here, Steve, to send some pressure, even if they're not coming back to pass. You kind of get Essex Tech on their heels a little bit. Put the defensive pressure on them.
2 tight end set with 2 wide receivers out to the left. Lucier in the backfield with Jacoby out of the gun. Man comes in motion. Lucier gets the carry up the middle, trying to find a hole, but nowhere to go. Brought down on the play. Big defensive stand for the Clippers.
Yeah, nice defense that time. Bennett Bullier, sophomore, number 71 on the tackle. Henry Thurston calling out the plays there as the middle backer.
3rd down and 17.
Looks like they're going to let this clock run out, Steve.
That's going to bring it for the end of the first quarter. 7-6 Newburyport over Essex Tech in this Cape Ann League battle. Both teams coming in 0-2 on the night, looking for their first victory. And what a fantastic ball game we've had so far.
Yeah, it was kind of going a little back and forth right here, but I would say the time of possession and the offensive plays, obviously in favor of Newburyport. They had a nice drive, and it kind of got stalled out around the 20-yard line. So defensively, this is big. A 3rd and long. Force Essex Tech to punt. You get the ball back, start the second quarter here. We'll see what they have. I still like manning up and really attacking, having like a attacking defense to keep Essex Tech on their heels. But the problem is Tarasuic, their quarterback there, is just as very talented. He saw the ability. He just had about a 60-yard touchdown. So you got to make sure that you keep your eyes on him.
Yeah, he found that hole and nobody could catch him. And on a 4th down play, that's a huge play for the quarterback. I saw a little bit of stats. I believe he's been an all-star in the past. I believe he was a Cape Ann all-star last year, and then he was an all-star as a sophomore in the league that they were in before. So he's been around and, obviously making big plays for Essex Tech, keeping them in this game so far here in the second quarter. So, Sean, what are you looking forward to seeing out of Newburyport here in the second quarter out of this team?
Well, I think right here you want to make sure that you got to get the ball back here, Steve. So you concentrate on defense right here.
All right, here comes Essex Tech, 3rd down and 17 from their own 16-yard line. They got 2 wide receivers spread out to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield is the running back Lucier. And out of the gun is Jacoby Casanelli. Tarasuik, and he's looking to pass. He's got some time. He goes over the middle, throws a bomb. Oh, had a man open. Hayden Ferguson just out of the hands, and going to bring up 4th down and long.
You were just saying how Tarasuik was an all-star, all-conference for both leagues, and now we didn't know why. It was right on the money. It was about a 45-yard pass.
Just out of the hands of Ferguson. What a play that would have been. That was going to the house. If Ferguson was able to catch that. 4th down and 17 now for the Hawks. Looking to punt here. And Owen Mongo looking to get it. And he does at about the 50. Nobody in front of him. 45-40, goes to the right side, makes one guy miss. 35, then cuts inside to the 30, makes another miss. Finally brought down at the 19-yard line. Owen Mongo with a great punt return.
That was a great punt return that time. I would just kind of settle down right here, Steve, and Newburyport has the ball. You're looking at a 20-yard drive.
At the Essex 20-yard line.
I just really like that offensive line. I can't say enough about Noel Benson being the center there. Really challenged the interior for Essex Tech. Let's see what they're going to do here.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line is the Clippers, looking to get their second score of the game. 11:37 here in the second quarter. Spread offense out for the Clippers. Suzo in the backfield with Miller out of the gun. One wide receiver out to the right. Miller hands it off to Suzo. Oh no, he keeps it. Now he's looking to run to the left side. 20, 15, makes a guy miss to the 10. And then nice hit there by Jacoby Casanelli-Tuasuik. Saved the touchdown on that hit. Brought down about the 5-yard line.
Miller, the ball carrier.
Tell you, nice job that time by Miller. Escaping the pressure, rolling to his left.
1st down and 10 Newburyport.
Picks up about 15 yards.
6-yard line.
Tarasuik, this kid, he's finding a way to the ball every time. He's making great tackles for Essex Tech, keeping them in this game defensively and offensively. It's like he's shadowing the ball wherever it goes. And he saved a touchdown there, but 1st and 10 now from the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal for the Clippers. Miller out of the gun, looking to throw. He's looking to the right side, now to the left, trying to find an open man. He's going to keep it. Oh, brought down. Nice tackle there. Graham Deneen with the play and the loss.
Good coverage that time by the secondary. Miller really had no place to throw the football. Tried to tuck it and run it that time.
Miller.
But the defense was just waiting for him that time.
Miller hobbling. Comes up limping. And they need Miller's legs. He's been a dual threat tonight, especially with the run. They go right back to the spread is Newburyport. 1st and goal from the 10. Miller out of the gun, offset to the left is Suzo. One wide receiver to the left, two to the right. Hand off to Suzo. He's trying to go up to the right side, but brought down, maybe a few-yard gain on the play. Oh, wait, the ball came loose. Essex Tech might have it. They think they have it. Let's see what the refs say. Yeah, fumble on the play. Hawks get it.
Tell you, just swarming defense that time.
On the play. Essex Tech has recovered.
I think it was the second or third guy in there stripping that ball. So a big turnover that time for Essex Tech.
Huge. Newburyport was looking to get their second score of the game. And Essex Tech comes up big. Now it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line.
Essex Tech has the ball 1st down and 10.
Quarterback Jacoby Casanelli-Tuasuik having quite the game for the Hawks. Let's see if he can create some more magic as they're on the road. Down 7-6. Spread offense comes out for the Hawks. Two wide receivers to the left, two to the right. In the backfield is Lucier. He's just offset, or just behind Casanelli to Ursuik, who's out of the gun. He's looking to throw. Now he keeps it, though. Goes up the middle, has some room to the 15. And he's dragging the pile. Brought down at about the 20-yard line. Gets a few yards extra. Going to be first down, Essex Tech.
Yeah, Tarasuik is right now the key to this offense. Throwing and running. You want to make sure you're really having a guy back, keying on him.
First down and 10.
Trying to prevent that run. It's almost like Lamar Jackson. You see some like the pros. They're making sure one of those linebackers are just hanging there, making sure he doesn't run. It's almost like similar strategy you're going to need against Essex Tech.
Flag on the play on 1st and 10. Let's see what the call is.
Legal procedure against Tech. They're going to get pushed back 5 yards.
Mikhail Bay was a man in motion. Flag on the play, 1st and 15 now for Essex Tech. I'm sure Coach Fairmouth wants to clean up these penalties. I believe that's 3 so far. We're just 9 minutes into the second quarter. So 1st and long now. We'll see how they come out of the huddle. Is Essex Tech.
Right, and your DNs that are rushing here and coming upfield, you want to do outside in and really trying to keep Tarasuik in the pocket and not allowing him to break contain.
2 tight end set with 2 wide receivers out to the right. Lucier in the backfield with quarterback Tarasuik. Man in motion, comes across his Bay. Goes run up the middle, though. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard gain, maybe 2 on the play, but going to bring up 2nd and long now for the Hawks.
Got to be aware of that last pass that they didn't connect on. I wouldn't be surprised at some point, Steve, they're going to come back. And that was a 3rd and long where they ran that post. And right now there's no free safety. They're going man-to-man.
Man to motion's Bay, but it's a carry up the middle for Lucier. Brought down at about the 25-yard line, but it's going to be about 7-8 yard gain on the play. So bring 3rd down and about 5 now for the Hawks.
Big defensive stand right here. Get some penetration up front. That's what Newburyport's looking to do. I wouldn't be surprised here if they roll Tarasuik out.
Right back to that 2 tight end set with 2 wide receivers to the right. Lucier in the backfield. Oh, look at a throw. Here's Jacoby. He does over the middle. Caught and complete for the first down. Nice catch there, Jordan Minaya.
Just so you know, Tarasuik sitting in the pocket, looks real comfortable. There's pressure around him. And he slings a nice pass for the first down.
So Hawks with some momentum here. And we got a timeout on the field. Essex Tech moving the ball. Looking to get their first victory of the year, and I believe their first Cape and League victory.
I guess it's not. I thought it was a timeout.
Yeah, I did as well.
Doesn't look like it is.
All right.
Right now they had the 4-man rush right here for the Clippers. Might see some more blitzing or stunts to get some pressure on Essex Tech.
2 guys in the backfield this time. Just offset to the right of quarterback Tarasuik. 1 wide receiver out to the left. It's a carry up the middle. Lucier gets about 4 or 5 yard gain on the play. And Essex Tech moving the ball.
Hemi Thurston on the stop.
Sean, you talk about it quite a bit. You know, get those 3, 4, 5 yard gains every time. Builds that momentum, gets you those first downs.
Yeah, especially on the on first down. Defensively, offensively, if you can get you 4 yards on first down or 5 yards on first down, it really opens up your offense for the next few plays. Defensively, you want to stuff that first down. Looks like we are offside here.
Offsides on the second down. Parsons was in motion, but it's going to be against Essex Tech again.
We really, the old days, you really would defensively pride that first down because you get a no stop or a loss of, yard. Now a 2nd and 11, there's not, you can kind of start thinking the play's going to be next. But when you get like a 2nd and 5, that playbook on the other side's wide open. So the more you can really emphasize that first down and shut down that first play defensively, it also builds you some momentum too.
2nd and 10 now after the penalty for Essex Tech. It's a keeper by quarterback Tarasuik. He goes to the left side. Oh, almost tackled, but now goes to the right side. Oh, he's got some room. Oh, but brought down at the 50. Great tackle. Owen Mongo jumps on his back, brings him down. But I believe it's going to be first down. But we got a flag, though, way back. That flag's on the 35.
Yeah, you're going to get holding here. That time, Henry Thurston was, I'll tell you, a great linebacker play. He took on a block, kept his outside arm freeze, keeps coming upfield, takes on another block, almost grabs Tarasuik, and the ref saw the holding there on Thurston, and that's what it was called on. But a nice aggressive play that time by Henry Thurston, returning linebacker for the Clippers.
Good call there by the refs. It definitely looked a little odd what had happened, and that was because the hold. Thurston would have been all over him. Going to be 2nd and 20 now for Essex Tech with another penalty. 5:13 left here in the first half. 7-6 ball game here in Newburyport with a Clipper lead at James T. Stehlin Field in front of the home crowd for the Clippers. Beautiful night we have.
It's great football right now. Yeah, great game, great night. Big crowd here. Clipper country.
Exactly what you want. Here comes Essex Tech now. 2 wide receivers out to the left. 1 man in the backfield, but looking to throw is Tarasuik. He does to the left side. Got a man caught incomplete at the 40. Going to be about a 10-yard gain. Jordan Manaya with the catch.
Yeah, nice pitch and catch that time. Picks up 10. It's still 3rd and long here. I think Clippers want to try to get some pressure. Let's see if they come up with a blitz or at least a stunt scheme.
2 tight end set with 2 wide receivers out to the right. Ball on the 40. 3rd and 10. Man in motion left to right. Looking to throw, though, is Tarasuik. He does to the right side. Got a man caught incomplete. First down and more to the 40. Oh, 30 makes another guy miss. He's off and running, folks. Touchdown, Hawks.
Wow, that's a well-executed play that time by Essex Tech. Hey, guys downfield, blocking downfield.
Hayden Ferguson making guys miss all over. Newburyport's got to wrap them up as they're just not able to get him down, and he's just using the momentum, get himself into the end zone. Big touchdown for Essex Tech, 12-7 now on the scoreboard.
Those are some, that's like a backbreaker for Newburyport. Defensively, you've had him, 3rd and long that time. But just a well-executed play, and I think you really get us out thinking we're getting pressure on Tarasuik. You can't allow him to sit back there. He's proven if he has time, he can be dangerous.
Going for 2 is Essex Tech with 2 running backs, but Jacoby keeps it up the middle of the quarterback. Looking to get in. I believe he gets it. Yes, 2-point conversion is good. So 14-7 lead now for the Hawks on the road. What a great ball game we have tonight.
Essex 14, Newburyport 7.
Momentum this time, as you were saying, Steve, is with the Hawks. Still plenty of time here in the second quarter before the half. You got 3 minutes and 46 seconds. And the Newburyport offense, Steve, has been driving throughout the game. And they've had a couple within the red zone, a couple of drives stalled before they scored.
We'll see how Jack Miller comes out. He was limping in that last offensive possession, so hopefully he's okay, as he's a dual threat with the legs and the arm. Hey, got to give a shout out to the team here at 96.3. Maeve Power, our producer. Tom Goodwin on the camera. And Oliver Looker back in the studio, making all the magic happen.
Veteran crew here. Amazing team.
Always doing a fantastic job. And we even have a monitor now in the booth. Getting high tech around here, Sean. Here we go, kickoff left to right. Essex Tech with a big boot all the way down. Bounces at about the 15 and goes back to the 5. But here we go. Brandon Fowler up to the right side. Makes a guy miss to the 20. Brought down, though, by about 3 Essex Tech guys. And it's going to be about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Newburyport with 3:35 on the clock. Sean, what are you looking for the Clippers here to do to get another score there on the board?
I think right now you just want to kind of get the momentum back, Steve, right away. You really don't need to throw like the deep pass or anything like that. You got 3 minutes, 35 seconds left. We've seen them have sustained drives, and the Clippers kind of stalled out once they got into the red zone. So I would just kind of go back to your bread and butter, get a little bit of momentum here, move the chains, and then start, taking the shots when they're there. But you don't really have to force it right now. You just want to sustain a drive right here, I believe.
2 wide receivers spread out to the left, 1 to the right. Here's a carry for Suzo up the middle, but nowhere to go really. Going to be about a 1-yard gain on the play. 2nd and long now for Newburyport.
Yeah, and it looks like that time Essex Tech is they've had success there. They're going back to that man-to-man. They're bringing the extra guy in the box.
2nd down and 9.
So they're kind of shutting down the run in the middle of the field, which in the middle of the offensive line, which Newburyport had success in that first quarter. They switched up the defense a little bit.
Right back to the spread is Newburyport. It's hiked and it's a carry for Suzo. He's trying to get outside to the 20, but dragged down. Great tackle there. Number 22, Jordan Minaya with the play, and a loss for the Clippers. It's going to be 3rd down and long now.
Yeah, Essex Tech's calling a timeout here because they're looking to get the ball back. You got 3rd and 12 here for the Clippers.
One thing we spoke about in the pregame, though, Essex Tech, their roster, about half the size of Newburyport, so they're going to get worn down as this game goes. Definitely an advantage for the Clippers, as you were talking about.
Yeah, like some of the bigger teams have that depth. They can rest some of the key guys throughout the game. So typically that could be an advantage for the Clippers going into the 4th quarter, but it has to be a close game right here. So they're looking to get a 1st down. You got 3rd and 12. Ball's on the left hash mark. Miller, roll him to the right. Possible that run pass option. Anything dragging across the field too, Steve, is kind of a you can receivers between the linebackers and the safety can kind of get lost in no man's land, they say, and those are some easier passes to complete. I like the crossing patterns where the defense has to chase you across the field. And then you have Miller who can run, so he could tuck and run and or, dump it off to somebody. But let's see what they do here.
3rd and 13 now from their own 20 is the Clippers. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. In the backfield, Suzo with Miller, who's looking to throw out of the gun. Drops back, but's got pressure. He's off and running, though, to the 25-30. Makes a guy miss. Oh, brought out the ball stripped, though. Fumble. Essex Tech with the ball.
Yeah, Miller trying to pick up some extra yards there that time. That swarming defense from Essex Tech, we've seen them come to life, I think, in the 2nd quarter here. And they caused another turnover.
All the momentum on the Hawks side right now. Huge play. Miller with a nice run there. But this Hawk defense just swarmed all over him. Able to come up with a big play. Ball on the Clippers' 31-yard line. 1st and 10 now with 2:22 left here in the first half. 14-7 lead for the Hawks. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP. Essex Tech coming out of the huddle now like it's been all night in the backfield. Tarasuic, the quarterback. He's in the gun with Lucier right behind him. 2 wide receivers out to the right. The tight end in tight, but man in motion comes across his bay. Looking to keep it is Tarasuic. Looking to throw. He goes over the middle towards the end zone. Oh, intercept. Oh, in and out of the hands of Kian Marcos. Thought he had the pick, but he doesn't, and the ball's dropped.
That's some good defense right there, just reading the ball the whole time. Almost gets the interception.
That's 2 drop balls tonight by the Clippers that could have been big plays. One in the end zone for a touchdown, and that would have been a big INT. But it brings up 2nd and 10 now for the Hawks. 2:14 on the clock. Tarasuic out of the gun. 2 wide receivers to left. Man in motion comes left to right. It's a handoff. Lucier gets it up the middle. Just pushing people. Gets a nice gain on the play, about 7 or 8 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and short now for the Hawks.
Yeah, this offensive line here for Essex Tech. Now they're starting to come off the ball pretty well.
Two wide receivers out to the left. 2 guys in the backfield with Jacoby Tarasuic at the handoff, but he's brought down hard. Number 71, great tackle. Bennett Billier, and a loss on the play.
Billier, nice blitz that time. That's what I was waiting for. The Clippers coming from his middle backer spot. You know, the old philosophy, we're going to get you before you get us. And that time a nice executed blitz. Got penetration.
I'd love to see more of that out of the Clippers, especially with Skiba on the sideline right now. More guys got to step up. They got to get through that line and get to the quarterback Tarasuic or Lucier, as they're the 1-2 punch for this Essex Tech team. Definitely got to get to these guys.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. I think we've seen the difference when Tarasuic has time to get back there and throw the football and when he has to scramble. And that has to be, I think, some of the halftime adjustments. Clippers probably will do some more scheming and blitzing on the defensive side. And I'm sure Coach Weber, if they can get into half here at 14-7, will really emphasize turnovers and being in the red zone. Taking advantage, you get into the red zone. They were there 2 times. One was a fumble and one the drive stalled. But the turnovers this second quarter has been costly to the Clippers.
That's been the difference maker. 14-7 lead for Essex Tech. And they are 4th and 5 from the Clipper 26. 3 wide receivers out to the left. Tarasuic keeps it. Has a man blocking for him. Trying to get to the first down. Swarmed by Newburyport. But looks like he is going to get it. So first down for the Hawks. And they're looking to get another score here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, there was no mystery on that play. That time it was student body to the left with Tarasuic just carrying the ball and getting to the first down.
And here's Essex Tech. They snap it. Ball's bobbled down on the ground. Bad snap, but Jacoby looking to go anywhere, but he can't go. All he can go is down. He's frustrated. He throws the ball on the ground as it was a terrible hike, and then Newburyport just jumped all over him. Big loss. 58 seconds on the clock. 2nd and long coming up for Essex Tech.
Yeah, that's a big break for the Clippers that time as Essex Tech started having some more of that momentum, getting that first down. But now you're looking at like a 2nd and 20.
They tried that
58 seconds left.
They tried that hurry-up offense, but it kind of backfired on them there. Bad snap, and then Jacoby just kept going backwards, and then Newburyport was all over him. So great defensive play there for the Clippers. I'm sure when Coach Fairmouth for Essex Tech found out Skibo wasn't playing tonight, that I guarantee you that put a grin on his face.
Yeah, I would think any team that's playing against the Clippers, when Skiber's not out there, he's, as we were saying last year, he was one of the best players. Thanksgiving, I think he was the MVP for Newburyport
as a sophomore.
So yeah, and then we were just saying in the pregame that Skiber and Thurston make the dynamic duo in the middle as two really good middle linebackers. So that is a loss, but you have to credit right now the play. Bennett Bullier is a sophomore picking up that middle linebacker spot, and he's having himself a great game too. So there's some talent on this Newburyport Clipper team.
2nd and 21 for Essex Tech from the Clipper 30-yard line. Looking to pass is Tarasuik. Looking for an open man. Goes over the middle to the end zone. He's got a man caught and complete. Touchdown, Essex Tech.
I don't know what to say. It's 2nd and 20 that time. Once again, when Tarasuik has time to throw the ball, he's a dangerous quarterback in the sense that he'll find the open receiver, and he's got a great arm. And that ball was probably about 45 yards on the money.
On the money. You took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. On the money. What a great pass. I don't have the number for him, so I'm not exactly sure on his name, but great catch as well. And they're going to go for the extra point. 20-7 on the clock here in Newburyport.
Was that Ferguson again? I wasn't sure. 13?
27.
Oh, 27.
Yeah. I don't have it on this one. Maybe Maeve has the other roster. We can find a 27 for Essex Tech. All right, here we go. Oh, going for 2 is Essex Tech. 20-7. Out of the gun is Jacoby Tarasuik looking to throw. He's scrambling, finds a man. Incomplete pass, though. So no good is the 2-point conversion. And the scoreboard stays at 20-7. Huge touchdown there for Essex Tech. Jacoby Casanelli Tarasuik showing off his arm as he makes a great throw and touchdown. As we're trying to find
27. Can't find it.
No 27 on the roster for the shout out for the great catch. All right, 48 seconds left on the clock, Sean. Clippers trying to definitely get some points here to end the half. What are they looking to do here? What do you think?
I think it all depends on the run back here, Steve. If you don't get a real good run back, you probably just want to regroup and get into the half. But if you can get the ball to the 50-yard line, if there's a decent run back on the kick, then you start looking at possibly a 2-minute offense.
Fowler out back. He's at about the 15, so he's looking for this kickoff. It's a nice boot all the way back to about the 10 is Fowler. He gets it to the 15-20, but brought down. Great tackle there. Jasper Casanelli Tarasuik, the younger brother of the quarterback Jacoby, makes a great tackle. 1st and 10 going to come up for Newburyport at about their 25-yard line.
Tell you, just want to get a couple plays, get some momentum, and just get into the half and kind of regroup for the Clippers. And if you're Essex Tech at halftime, you really just want to stay focused and try to keep the pressure on the Clippers.
First and 10 for Newburyport out of the spread offense. Miller with a throw, caught it complete on the screen pass. Brought down about the 30-yard line. Fowler with the catch. They're going to go no huddle.
No huddle, 30 seconds.
Newburyport stays in that spread with 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Suzo in the backfield with Miller out of the gun. Miller looking to throw, trying to find a man, drops back, goes over the middle. Nice throw, caught and complete. Fowler with another catch and first down. 7 seconds on the clock.
Call a timeout, Newburyport. Yeah, a couple of completions. You're at
Timeout Newburyport.
45-yard line or so.
Let Miller air it out here with 7 seconds.
Might do like a hook and ladder, Steve. That'd be a deep throw right there.
That makes for some great radio. I like the sound of that. Next week, Newburyport on a bye. Then back here on the 3rd of October against Manchester Essex. We'll be bringing you that game at 6:30. Then Newburyport on the road at Pentucket, at Linfield. Then back here on the 24th versus Triton. Catch it live here on 96.3 WJOP. I'm Steve Bowen with Hall of Famer, player and coach Sean Gallagher, bringing you Newburyport High School football.
That only cost me, what, $50 every time you say that?
I'm getting rich. I'm going to keep doing it. Hey, the truth is the truth.
We had a good run back in the day.
Here we go, folks. 1st and 10, 7 seconds on the clock for the end of the first half. Ball on the Clipper 43-yard line. Looking to throw is Miller. He drops back. Got a little bit of pressure. He's going to air it out, though. Got a man, number 11. Incomplete, though. Batted out. Mako Bay with a nice defensive play. That's going to do it for the half. 20-7, Essex Tech over Newburyport. Stay tuned, folks, for the second half. We got some great high school football here on 96.3 WJOP.
The last play of the first half of tonight's game.
All right, we're back here at halftime. I'm Sean Gallagher, superintendent of Newburyport, also AKA color guy for the football team here. I'm joined with Principal Andy Wolf and new athletic director Anna DeVito. So welcome, guys. Welcome, Mr. Wolf.
Hey, thanks for having us, Sean.
All right. A couple of things, Mr. Wolf. What do we have for the upcoming school year? I know there's a couple of big projects going on at the high school, and why don't you just tell us about some of those projects?
Yeah, well, we're continuing to expand our pathway program, and we're excited to continue our partnership with the Peterson School so that students can take vocational classes. We also have our upcoming accreditation visit, so that's happening in 2 weeks, and so we've been ramping up and getting ready for that.
Awesome. And then we have the new media lab.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, we have our new multimedia use lab, and it's been great. Brad Grollo is we're gonna have live news every morning done by our Action News team, so we're definitely looking forward to that, and that's actually part of our expansion of the Pathway program.
Yeah, that's awesome, and all funded by the NEF.
By the NEF, yes.
Funded that whole project, and we're so grateful for the NEF. And now we have Anna DeVito, our new athletic director here in Newburyport. Welcome.
Thank you.
How's the transition going after your summer and now a couple big football games here?
It's been great. Everyone's been awesome. It's good to be back in the full swing of it, and fall sports are going really well. So just looking forward to continuing that throughout the year.
Now, part of your hiring is you have to teach Mr. Wolf about sports. How's that piece going?
We went over a field hockey corner kick the other day.
Yeah.
And
Field
that
hockey
was,
corner kick.
We had some demonstrations going on.
I understand how that
learner.
works now.
He's
though.
a quick learner.
Yes.
And he owns that it's not his realm, and academics aren't mine, so we mesh well together.
There you go.
It's a good team.
Yeah, we got a little yin-yang thing going.
That's awesome. And so really important to Mr. Wolf is, we have the student engagement, student voice, and then he loves the powder at games.
Oh my gosh, the baby powder.
So
he loves it.
He loves that, yeah.
Well, it reminds me of that Snow Bowl game with the Patriots back in the 2000s.
So being an athletic director and having Mr. Wolf supporting the powder, how's that going for you?
I think it's fine. I mean, it was a lot last home game, but it's good that he wants the kids to have fun, and it's all about their experience. So I think that's where he leads from, and so I support that.
Yeah, 100%. And I'm just teasing you guys here, but I'll tell you, our student athletes, every year, what's amazing, I think, in Newburyport And Anna, I think you saw this over the summertime, is the dedication in the summer months.
Oh my gosh,
where
it
you
was
have
like they weren't even
hundreds
off.
of kids,
Yep.
working out, preparing, both male sports, female sports. Just kind of really talk about that a little bit and how busy the summer has been.
Yeah, I mean, we had the peak performance, and I think every football player was pretty much here. But even there was some field hockey girls.
Yep.
They were always doing captain's practices, and it's really shown in the fall how successful they've already been. But just their level of wanting to be involved, like with the band, and then we have a lot of students at home games, not even just at football, at every other game. I have an intern with me doing the social media. She's not involved in athletics. So I think it's like it really is a whole community effort, and I think that's cool to see through the kids.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then, Mr. Wolf, you also really talk about that, not only athletes, but that student-athlete piece and the dedication of the kids in the classroom.
Oh, yes. I mean, they're always bringing it all. They're all. I love that's the best part of my day is walking in and out of the classrooms and talking to the students, and they're always, eager to share what it is that they're working on or trying to get better at. So, as we continue to try to just really build a strong sense of community. I mean, it's awesome here tonight. Just look how packed the student section is. We've done a lot of work just to really make anything that we have going on as inclusive as possible.
Yeah, and even tonight you can see it's a youth night, but there's so many younger kids and families here. I think it speaks volumes to what our culture is all about.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's really like a community event. It's not just a football game. It's, everyone's coming out, everyone's supporting the school system, the athletics, and it's just a great community, great place to be. So I want to thank you both. Great.
I've got my beads, my purple
beads. You got your beads.
Yeah.
All right. He's ready to go.
I don't have my beads, but they're in my heart.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the game and
go Clippers.
Hey, go Clippers.
Baby. All right. Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP, live here in Newburyport as the Essex Tech Hawks have the 20-7 lead here as we get into the second half. And a great ball game we've had so far. I'm Steve Bowen with Sean Gallagher, the Hall of Famer player and coach from Salem High. Had to get that in there again so I can get paid. Great first half of football we had, Sean. Newburyport, though, down here at the half. What would you like to see for the Clippers get back, get that, that lead, try to get this game?
I think you just go back to the basics there, and you talk to the guys at halftime, and you got to eliminate the mistakes. I really believe those turnovers killed Newburyport. They had that first quarter, they had a lot of momentum, drove the ball right down into the red zone. They got stopped, and they got the ball back. They drove the ball all the way down to the other side of the field in that red zone. That's where that first turnover happened. And then I think Essex Tech capitalized, got some momentum off that first turnover. They turned that into 6. And then the second turnover here, right before the half, they turned that into another touchdown. So if you're Coach Weber, you're just bringing the guys in and just go back to basics, go back to your fundamentals, and then you just build upon that. You don't really need to get the fast scores like right away. And sometimes that's hard for the kids. They're trying to almost play outside of what their role is. So you just kind of want to settle them down and just, maintain those basic fundamentals and get some of the momentum back. Get this crowd back into the game, especially utilize that home crowd advantage. And I think if you're Essex Tech, you're going in there really excited. If you're the coach over there, you kind of want to get your guys refocused because they still got to play a whole second half. You know what I mean? You don't want them to be celebratory, so much at halftime that they forget that they have another half to play. So you got to kind of settle them down and try to get them back and playing some basic football too. So I just think right here it's really a mindset coming into this second half, and the team that's gonna play consistent football, mistake-free football is probably going to win.
Both teams coming in 0-2 on the night, so looking for their first victory. Also, new head coach for Essex Tech, Tim Freiermuth, looking for his first victory. He came over from Hamilton Wenham. And then interim head coach John Weber for Newburyport. He's looking for his first victory as well, so a lot on the line. Both teams in the Cape Ann League. So want to get that victory as well as league, wins is huge when it comes to playoffs and the rankings. So huge game tonight, and Newburyport definitely looking to, get back in this game and hopefully pull out a big victory if they could come back here in the second half in front of the home crowd.
Yeah, and I think I think both teams, there's a couple key injuries on both sides, so you have some younger players that are getting some varsity experience right here. And as you said, the team that comes out of here with the win is going to really take that momentum going into next week.
Yeah, most definitely. Essex Tech, let's talk about their schedule. They're playing Ipswich on the 3rd, and then they're at North Reading, a very good team, Pentucket, and then Hamilton Wenham, and then Triton, and then their Thanksgiving game, Manchester Essex for them. So they got a pretty stout schedule over on Newburyport. They got a bye week, and then on the 3rd, we'll be back here against Manchester Essex, live here on 96.3. And then on the 10th, they're at Pentucket, at Linfield the next week. Then versus Triton, big game on the 24th. That will be live here as well on 96.3. Then at North Reading, a very good team. And then at Amesbury this year for Thanksgiving. And that's always a fantastic battle between those two teams.
Yeah, we had a great time there. Remember, it might have been many years ago. It was below zero. It wasn't like 20 below zero. We were up in Amesbury.
Yeah, the feels like
104-9.
Oh my God.
North Shore football back in the day, and we were in that cement press box.
Yes.
And you actually had a coffee, and you put it down for like 30 seconds, and it froze solid.
Yes, that thing was frozen.
Yeah.
You couldn't drink it.
Oh,
that's how cold it was.
It was. Yeah, we'll never forget that.
No way.
That was the. I think there was games across the state, Thanksgiving Day games that were canceled because of the cold, but not up here in Newburyport and Amesbury. They played, and we froze.
All right, here we go. First half all over. Now we're in the second half, and it's a kickoff all the way down to the 10-yard line. Essex Tech get it all the way 25 up to 35. Brought down at the 36-yard line. Hayden Grove with a nice return after a big boot by the Newburyport kicker, Nick Gerabino. 1st and 10 coming up for the Hawks with that 20-7 lead.
Marcos on the stop that time. Nice tackle by the senior.
Good field position for the Hawks to start the second half.
This will be interesting, Steve, to see if Newburyport comes out defensively a little more aggressive, see if they run some blitzes here.
Bennett Bullier, number 71, that tough linebacker for Newburyport. Look for him. Get after the quarterback. Tarasuic out of the gun in the backfield. Lucier, lone back man in motion, comes across his Bay. Bay gets the pitch, and he's looking to run. He goes outside 30, 35. He's quick. Brought out of bounds about the 40-yard line. Nice tackle by Braden Fowler to get him out of bounds, but a nice 5-6-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, nice pursuit that time by Henry Thurston.
Two wide receivers out to the right, one to the left for the Hawks here on 2nd down and 5. In the backfield's Lucier with Tarasuic. He keeps it. The quarterback got a nice block, gets the 1st down. Oh, ball's on the ground, but picked up on the fumble. Xavier Parsons, though, jumps all over it, and it's going to be a 1st down for Essex Tech on the nice run.
Yeah, Parsons, nice job on that recovery for Essex Tech. Parson family, a big family in Salem. Garrett Parsons, the father, is a wrestler and a Hall of Fame football player himself. I think his 2 sons are playing for Essex Tech.
.11 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Essex Tech 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. 3 wide receivers spread out to the right side this time. In the backfield, all alone is quarterback Tarasuic. And he's looking to throw left side. He does. Caught and complete. Brought out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Xavier Parsons with another catch.
Right now, I would say
Passing on Terrason's pass can be the Carlson.
Clipper defense not really having many answers right now for this Essex Tech offense. Really trying to contain Tarasuic. Looks like we have a blitz. Nope, no blitz.
Man in motion's Bay. Lucier gets the carry. Nice tackle, though. Number 59 gets him from behind. Zachary Bell, the sophomore. Going to be a few-yard gain on the play. Third down now coming. We got an injury. Owen Mongo going to come out of the game, grabbing his ankle.
Nice tackle that time by Bell. A right defensive end.
Mongo comes out of the game. He's on the sideline, so another tough break for Newburyport injury-wise, as Skiba already sidelined with an injury. Ball on the 49-yard line of the Clippers. 3rd down and 6 now for Essex Tech, coming up on the road with a 27 lead. Looking for their first victory of the year is the Hawks. They come out in a spread offense. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. In the backfield's Lucier. Man in motion's Bay, left to right. But looking to throw is Tarasuic. He's scrambling, looking for that open man. He keeps it, though. He's got pressure. Nice tackle there for a loss. Newburyport with a big defensive play. Number 37, Bodie Pasolano.
Yeah, Pasolano, nice tackle that time. Just right when I said they didn't have answers for Tarasuic, they actually put him 4th and long and make Essex Tech punt the ball. So great job defensively by the Clippers.
Punt team out here for the Hawks. Punt is up. It's kicked to the right side. It's going to bounce and then go out of bounds and right around the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 going to come up here for the Clippers. Big offensive possession now for Newburyport. Let's see what they can do here, Sean. Get some points on the board.
Agree 100% here. And just really, Steve, get back to your offensive fundamentals. I mean, it's always great to get big chunks of yards. But right now, you just want to sustain the drive. Get a couple first downs, get that offense confidence back that we saw in that first quarter. And mistake-free football has to be the priority right now.
Here come the Clippers, right back to that spread offense that they've been in most of the night. 3 wide receivers, spread to the right, 1 to the left. In the backfield is Suzo. He gets the carry. He's going to go to the outside to the 30. But he's brought down for a few-yard gain on the play. Essex Tech not fooled. And going to bring up 2nd down and about 7 or 8 now for the Clippers.
Right, I think when you spread them out like that, Steve, you do, as we were saying earlier, that first quarter, they had success running up behind Noah Benson. Essex Tech can fly to the football. They get speed, so I think it's hard to get your perimeter right now because they get so many guys on the outside.
Miller out of the gun. He hands it off to Suzo, who just dives down to the ground. Nowhere to go. No gain on the play. Maybe actually a loss of about a yard. 3rd down and long now for the Clippers.
Tackle by Janine.
Nice job defensively right here by Essex Tech.
And that time just ticking away, 7:48 on the clock. Big 3rd down now for Newburyport, back at their own 32-yard line. Down 20-7 here in front of the home crowd at James T. Stehlin Field on this beautiful Friday night of high school football, live here on 96.3 WJOP. Here's Miller out of the gun. He's scrambling, looking for an open man. Still looking. He throws it deep. What a bomb. Got a man. Caught and complete. Huge play for the Clippers. 2 guys. Can't get him. Number 6. Ben Buchamar with a great grab.
What a catch. Ben Buchemar that time. Got the ball at the highest point.
Wow. Wow, biggest play of the night for Newburyport.
And it looks like tacked on. It looks like a personal foul after the play. So
Miller.
I think that might be tacked on. An additional 15 yards, I believe.
Miller limping. The quarterback. Yeah, I think he got crushed on that throw. What a beautiful ball and a great catch. Ben Buchemar with 2 defenders on him. Able to haul it in for the huge first down. Oh, yeah, they're tacking on more with that penalty. Those chains just keep moving down the field for Newburyport. Huge momentum shift. That's all it takes, Sean. One play.
One play. Momentum's back with the Clippers right here.
And you got that home field advantage. You got this home crowd packed here
First down and 10.
on this beautiful Friday night. And here comes Newburyport, 1st and 10 from the Essex Tech 12-yard line. Looking to get another score on the board. Lonely in the backfield is Suso with Miller out of the gun. Miller hands it off to Suso, who goes up the middle, trying to find a hole. Gets a few yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and about 7 now for Newburyport.
Stop by the middle of the Essex Tech front line.
Yeah, the only gave him 2 yards on that. I thought he got more.
The Essex Tech 10-yard line.
It's a very important drive here, Steve.
2nd down and about 8 for the Clippers.
Suazo.
All right, with Suazo, he's in the backfield. Suazo, the running back, number 2 for Newburyport, getting that pronunciation right. He gets the, oh no, Jack Miller with a fake handoff, throws it off the left side, caught and complete, down at about the 1-yard line. Huge play for Newburyport. They're going to go 1st and goal now. A little trickery on that play.
All right. Suazo.
Can't forget that now.
I love it.
Wow. Fake handoff. And throws it to the left side. Caught and complete. Now 1st and goal from about the 1-yard line is Newburyport. Suazo lonely in the backfield with Miller, who's in the gun. 2 wide receivers to right, to the left. Suazo gets the carry up the middle. Let's see if he gets in. I don't think he did. That Essex line, though, playing tough tonight. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and goal from about the 1-inch-yard line for Newburyport.
Yeah, right here, you end up doing the same play, I would think. There you go.
Miller looking for the play call. He's trying to get that call over to from his coaches. Finally gets it in as that time's just ticking away on the clock. Huge play coming up now. 2nd and goal from about the 1-inch-yard line. Miller keeps it up the middle, trying to get in the end zone on the quarterback carry, and it's a touchdown, Newburyport.
Tell you, nice job. That offensive line anchored by Noah Benson. Run right up the gut. 2 plays in a row for the touchdown. Exactly what Newburyport needed.
And what a throw and catch by the Clippers. Miller gets smoked on the throw. It gets the penalty. Newburyport able to get in the end zone after that. 20-13 is the score. Extra point is up, and it is good. 20-14. Newburyport gets on the board here in the 2nd half and gets it to a 1-score game. Clippers showing some life.
Yeah, great job that time by the offense. Tell you, as you were saying, Steve, that one play, total momentum shift. That was 3rd and long. They ended up incredible catch. Gave the momentum back to Newburyport.
You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP, live here in Newburyport at James T. Stehlin Field. 20-14 is the score. Essex Tech's with the lead. They're going to get the ball back here with 4:32 left in the third quarter. Fantastic ball game we've had so far tonight. Here's the kickoff left to right, high up in the air, all the way back to the 10-yard line, up to the 20, 25, brought down by the Newburyport kickoff return team. Essex Tech going to come out 1st and 10 from about their own 26-yard line.
Ben Hausen on the tackle that time. Nice special teams tackle.
Newburyport going to try to contain this Jacoby Tarasuic here, as he's been a great playmaker for Essex Tech tonight. How do you think they can help contain this kid, Sean?
I would just kind of do exactly what they did last time. We started seeing them mix up the blitzes a little bit more. Sending, who's having himself a good game, Bennett Bollier. Start sending him in there. Just really play like gap defense.
Lucier gets the carry up the middle. Nice 5-6 yard gain on the play. That Essex Tech offensive line pushing that Newburyport defensive line and getting definitely a big help there for the 6-yard gain on the play. And Essex now 2nd down and 4 from the 34-yard line.
Yeah, one of the offensive linemen, nice block that time, was Dylan Lauman. The left tackle coming down.
Xavier Parsons now in the backfield for Essex Tech, he's in motion. And it's a keeper by Tarasuic. Slips down to the ground, but going to get a 1st down. He's coming up hurt, though. Hopefully he's going to be okay, folks. As it looked like he slipped on the play.
Looks like I'm not sure if it's an ankle, maybe a knee.
So going to be an injury timeout. Hoping he is okay. Fantastic game tonight for Jacoby Casanelli Tarasuic, as he's been making huge plays for Essex Tech offensively and defensively. And it would be a huge blow for this team if he's going to come out of this game.
Yeah, he's been pretty much their the key to that entire offense. It looks like they're stretching. He may be cramping.
Yeah, he might just have a cramp, which would be great.
Yeah, because you wouldn't be stretching the leg like that if it was an ankle or a knee injury.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic player. Tarasuic was a Cape Ann All-Star last year. And then as a sophomore, he was an All-Star as well. Not in the Cape Ann, but which I'm not sure the league they were in before, but he was as a sophomore as well. So, big-time player for Essex Tech. Getting stretched out now at about the 40-yard line. So, injury timeout right now.
Yeah, and the Newburyport defense coming over, and Coach Weber and the staff working with those guys. They had a great defensive stand last series, making Essex Tech punt the football.
I'm sure during the half they got a good talking to and change up a little bit about their play calls, and definitely showing some great defense here in the second half as Newburyport. Tarasuic going to come up. He's limping right now. Going to come out of the ball game. So let's see what they come up with for their backup quarterback. But looks like he's going to be okay, is Tarasuic, so that's good to see.
He's probably take a couple plays off.
Glad it's not a serious injury. And here comes Essex Tech. 1st and 10 from their own 40-yard line. 3:33 left on the clock here in the third quarter. 20-14 lead for the Hawks. In at quarterback, I believe, is Xavier Parsons. Man in motion, comes across. Graham Deneen. He's now in the left tight end spot. Another man in motion comes across. It's a carry up the middle. up to the 45. Looking to get a first down, pushing the pile. He's still pushing it. Essex Tech. Wow, ball came loose, but the whistle was blown, so Essex Tech going to keep the ball. But wow, yards after contact there for Deacon Parsons was about 10.
Parsons, the ball carrier.
That was a nice run that time by Deacon Parsons.
First down and 10, Essex. Balls at the Newburyport
Sophomore.
line.
He's back in the backfield. Chris Campagna, sophomore, he's in at quarterback. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Man in motion comes across his Bay. Bay gets it, makes a guy miss. This kid's got speed. He's on the 25. Finally brought down 21-yard line. Nice play call there for Essex Tech.
Yeah, jet sweep that time, catching Newburyport off guard. Nice job that time by Essex Tech. Well executed on the jet sweep.
First down and 10, Essex.
Yeah, Bay's got some speed. You get him outside, he's going to be hard to take down.
3-yard line.
Sophomore Campagna into the game as the quarterback for Essex Tech, as Tarasuic is sidelined with an injury. Deacon Parsons, the single back. He's behind Campagna. 2 wide receivers out to the left. It's a carry. Parsons get it up the middle. Gets about 4-yard gain on the play. Got tripped up.
Looks like Tarasuic's coming back in.
Great to see. Only a few plays that he had to take off. Back to the senior captain quarterback, all-star Jacoby Casanelli Tarasuic into the game. They stay with Parsons in the backfield. Deacon, the sophomore. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 tight ends set. Tarasuic out of the gun. He keeps it, runs up the middle, goes to the left side, looking for the end zone. Let's see if they give it to him. Oh, he's going to say he's out of bounds at about the 1-yard line.
Great job that time. Offensive line sealing the corner. Tarasuic all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Wow. First play just off and running after the injury. What a ball game tonight for senior quarterback for Essex Tech. Tarasuic, he's out of the gun. Lonely in the backfield's Parsons. He's directly behind him. Man in motions, Bay left to right. Parsons get the carry, trying to get into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks.
Parsons carries for an Essex Tech touchdown.
Yeah, that time just well executed, Steve. You can't say much about that. The offensive line coming off the ball on the goal line. Parsons, only a sophomore. Big player there. Just powers, keeps those legs churning and gets into the end zone.
My kind of football when you get those big running backs with that good offensive line and just power your way through. So 26-14 lead now for the Hawks. 1:03 left in the third quarter. So Newburyport going to be down 2 scores, and looks like Essex Tech going to go 4-2 here with their spread offense out on the field. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Jacoby gets the run up the middle. Let's see if he's going to get in. And they call it, 2-point conversion is good. So quarterback run there. Tarasuic, 2-point conversion. 28-14 is the score.
Tell you, that offensive line, Essex Tech, on the goal line, they won that battle, and then for the 2-point conversion, just churning those legs, double team at the point of attack, and Tarasuic just running right behind those guys.
Yeah, great play call. They spread out 2 wide receivers to left and right, give Jacoby some room, and gets that 2-point conversion. 28-14, so 2-score lead for the Hawks. They answer that Newburyport touchdown with some great play calls and great plays all around for the Hawks. And what I'm liking, too, is it's not just Jacoby making the plays. Tarasuik, the quarterback. There's other guys stepping up now for the Hawks.
Yeah, we just got a glimpse of Deacon Parsons, the sophomore running back. Got a few carries on that drive to keep the ball moving. You got to credit the backup quarterback coming off the bench to sustain that drive for like 3 or 4 plays. Right now, the Clippers got to answer. They've had good returns thus far.
Here's the kickoff. Brandon Fowler gets it to the 20, up to the 35, 38-yard line. Finally brought down, so some good field position coming up for Newburyport. Down 2 scores. Clippers need to get another one on the board.
Fowler return the kick.
Yeah, right now, because you're down 2 scores, I wouldn't be surprised if the Essex Tech defense starts cranking up a little bit, Steve. You can kind of play a little more reckless abandon, so to speak, because your back, defensively, your back's not really against the wall right here. So you can kind of play a little bit more free. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Essex Tech Hawk defense starts to maybe come after Miller a little bit. You might start seeing some more stunts and blitzes from the defense.
Newburyport first and 10. Miller in the gun. He keeps it on the fake handoff to the 40, 45, then goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. Nice first down play for Newburyport with about an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, Miller's just been the really the heart and soul tonight, doing everything he can to keep the team back in the game. You know, as you were noticing, we're noticing right now, limping. He's took some shots tonight, but super tough kid, hanging in there.
Already with a knee brace and with the limp, but he's hanging in there, hanging tough like they do here in Newburyport, and he stays in the game. Fakes the run, now looking to throw. He's got 2 guys all over him, but finds a man open. Caught and complete. It's Huzo. He's yards after catch. He's still going. Finally brought down at the 30, and a flag on the play. Suozo looks like he's
that time.
Looks like he's hurt on the sideline. Kid won't give up. We're going to have another injury timeout. Suozo makes an athletic play. Oh, and that penalty is going to go against Essex Tech. I don't believe Newburyport has 1 penalty tonight. Essex Tech probably 6, 7.
Yeah.
But they got that 2-score lead.
Looks like another cramp, the far side.
Hopefully that's all it is.
Seeing the trainer stretching him out.
Make sure you guys tune in 2 weeks from now. October 3rd, we'll be back here in Newburyport as the Clippers take on Manchester Essex. Live here on 96.3 WJOP. And then Newburyport at Pentucket on the 10th. At Linfield on the 17th. Then back here versus Triton. 6:30 ball game. So make sure you tune in for that. 28-14 lead for Essex Tech. But Newburyport here knocking on the door. Looking to make it a 1-score game. First and 10 now from the 15-yard line after the penalty. Spread offense out for the Clippers. Mongo, the lonely back, with Miller out of the gun. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Miller out of the gun, hands it off to Mongo. He's looking to go right side to the 15 and drag down. Nice tackle. Number 9 there, Essex Tech with the play.
Mongo, ball carrier.
Trying to get a...
Yeah, I don't have a name on him.
Yeah. Makio, number 8, I believe.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of tonight's game.
Well, that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. 28-14 lead for Essex Tech. But Newburyport looking to get another score here as they're going to be about the 15-yard line, 2nd and 10. What would you like to see the Clippers do here to get another score, Sean?
I think just the same thing that we've saw. The last time they scored, they ended up just running right behind Noah Benson and that big offensive line up front. I think that's, you know what I mean, that's kind of like their bread and butter.
Yep.
They're depending a lot on Miller, which is great, but the way Miller's kind of limping around, you kind of want to try to take the load off of him right now because you got a whole nother quarter here.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how Newburyport responds here. Backs against the wall, down 2 scores with 12 minutes left in the ball game. In front of the home crowd, 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Let's see what they can do. Jack Miller with a slight limp still. The quarterback for Newburyport. Out wide is Owen Mongo to the left side. And then 3 wide receivers spread out to the right as that ball's on the right hash mark. In the backfield is Swozo. Miller out of the gun looking to throw. He does over the middle. Got a man. Caught and complete. Oh! In and out of the hands. Kean Marcos. Nice hit there by Essex Tech defender. Knocks that ball out.
Yeah, Marcos had his hands on that. Just a great defensive play that time by the, I believe it was a free safety coming over. Break the play up.
That's the 3rd drop ball tonight for the Clippers. 2 of them were in the end zone. One was could have been an INT. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 from the 15 for Newburyport. 11:51 left in the ball game. Big play call coming up for the Clippers. Let's see what they do coming out of the huddle. Go right back to that spread offense. Ball on the right hash mark. So 3 wide receivers in tight on the right side. 1 spread out to the left is Mongo. Swozo in the backfield. Miller looking to throw a screen pass. Caught incomplete. Brandon Fowler trying to make some guys miss on the end around to the 10. And then brought down finally at about the 7-yard line. So going to bring up 4th down at about 3 yards now for the Clippers.
They picked up like 7 on that. And Miller came back and had some key blocks on that play. So they did get a good chunk of the yards. Still going to be about 4th and 4, 4th and 3 here for the Clippers.
Kind of made something out of nothing there. Good heads-up football by Newburyport.
Parsons on the ground here. He's cramping. I thought these guys supposed to drink like Gatorade and stuff like that, don't they?
What's going on right now? I mean, it's a pretty cool night tonight, too.
The old days, eat the bananas. You know?
Yeah, well.
I don't see any bananas on the sideline, so, you know.
We need more Gatorade and water for these guys.
That's it.
3rd cramp in like the last 10 minutes. But at least it's not serious, so that's good.
Exactly.
Clippers coming into tonight 0-2 on the year, but now playing in the Cape Ann League as they're taking on Essex Tech tonight, down 28-14. And then bye week, then Manchester Essex on October 3rd. Then at Pentucket, at Linfield, then versus Triton on the 24th. At North Reading, and then at Amesbury on Thanksgiving, which is always a classic. One of the biggest rivalries in the state of Mass. Always good football, no matter what the record is. It doesn't matter. Throw it out.
Doesn't matter. Thanksgiving Day games doesn't matter. All right, big play right here for the Clippers.
4th and 3. Miller out of the gun in the backfield. Offset to the right is Swozo. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right from the 8-yard line. Miller out of the gun. He's scrambling to the right, looking for an open man, trying to find him. He's got pressure, though. Makes a guy miss. Throws it towards the end zone. Got a man. Oh! Incomplete pass broken up by the Essex Tech defender, Mako Bay. And it's going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, that's the third drive we've seen kind of stall out inside the red zone. 11 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Essex Tech's getting the ball back here.
Essex Tech will take all possession on downs.
Clipper defense needs to come up big now for Newburyport. Down 2 scores in front of the home crowd. Each team looking for their first victory of the year, and both new coaches, as Tim Freremuth, now the coach at Essex Tech, looking for his first W, and interim head coach over for Newburyport, John Weber. 11:08 on the clock, 28-14 score. Essex Tech first and 10 from their own 8-yard line. They go split back with one wide receiver out to the left, tight ends in. Here's the snap. It's a fake handoff. Keeper by the quarterback, Tarasuik. He runs to the left side, but he's brought down maybe for about a 2-yard gain on the play.
Nice job that time defensively. Once again, who had himself a really good game is Bennett Boyer, a sophomore, 6'1", 190-pound linebacker. Another tackle that time. I like sending him, Steve, let him, almost like Thurston, have him as your cleanup, but I like Boyer on blitz, and I think when he blitzes, he gets in there pretty good.
Yeah, he's had a great game tonight for the Clippers. Without TJ Skiba at linebacker, he's had to fill in, and he's done a great job so far tonight.
Delay game here.
Yeah, we got a flag. Essex Tech taking their time, running that clock down.
That's a tough penalty to take there. You're going to push back 5 yards. Clock stops. 10 minutes left. Clipper defense comes up with a stop here, Steve. They're going to get good field position. Key defensive stand right here.
Second down and about 15 yards now for the Hawks. Tarasuik, the quarterback for Essex Tech, came out of the game with a cramp, but he's back in. And he's been the playmaker for the Hawks tonight. Lucier in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left for the Hawks. Oh, it's a keeper by the quarterback. Nowhere to really go. He's brought down for about a 2-yard gain on the play. Newburyport defense not fooled.
That was a great job that time. They were actually blitzing, really playing gap defense. Tarasuka had no place to run that time. There's 3rd and long here, and we've seen this. Newburyport really needs to get pressure on Tarasuik, because if you give him time, he's been hitting those big, long passes.
6-yard line.
I love that blitz play call that Newburyport's been doing here and there. It seems to work out for them when they do it. It doesn't give enough time for Tarasuik to make a play, as we saw right there. Now big 3rd and 11 coming up for this Newburyport defense.
Get a timeout again here, Essex Tech. I think they were setting up another stunt blitz with Bennett Boyer, number 71. Sometimes with a young linebacker, Steve, you allow them to blitz more because it's just the tendency to be more aggressive. You take their athletic ability, especially being a younger linebacker. Sometimes they can get caught up in looking at the formations, and you kind of take that aggressiveness out because they've been, conditioned to cover or whatever it is. So having the younger guy get in there and just go get them, and then you have the veteran with Henry Thurston, kind of as the veteran linebacker there to be cleaning up, to really be sitting back, picking up the run, or Tarasuik running. But we'll see if they allow Boyer to go get him.
9:09 on the clock. left here in the fourth quarter. 28-14 lead, 3rd and 11 for Essex Tech. All the way back at their own 6-yard line. Spread offense out with 2 wide receivers to the right. Man in motion is Bay, but it's a keeper by the quarterback, Tarasuik. Goes up the middle, trying to make some guys miss, but nowhere really to go. He's trying to push that pile, gets a few more yards out of it, but it's going to bring up 4th and about 8, and that punt unit going to come out.
Great defensive stand that time when Newburyport needed it.
Castanelli carries the ball carrier. He's stopped by the middle of the middle.
Great job by the defense to really contain the quarterback, Tarasuik.
4th down and 8.
.8:31 on the clock, and it's ticking. But the punt unit out for Newburyport. Deacon Parsons is the punter. He's in the end zone. And Owen Mongu, he's at about the 39-yard line, looking to get the punt return. We'll see if Parsons kicks it to him or if he's going to kick it towards the sideline. Big punt coming up, kind of bobbled. Kicks it to the right side, bounces at about the 38, and going to go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So great field position coming up here for Newburyport. Sean, what would you like to see this offense do here to get another score on the board?
Well, we've been talking about like keeping it basic fundamentals, but you're looking at 7 minutes left here. So I would assume that Miller's going to be throwing the football here. I like running the crossing patterns right behind the linebackers. So I was saying there's that soft spot behind the secondary safeties and those middle linebackers. Plus the way Miller's been running the ball, those linebackers' tendency will be more to watch out for him running, and you might be able to slip a receiver right behind.
Spread offense out for Newburyport. 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Man in motion. It's Marcos left to right. Looking to throw is Miller. Finds a hole, though. Takes off and runs. But he's brought down. Nice tackle there. About a 2-yard gain on the play.
Middle of the ball carrier.
Dylan Logman with a nice tackle for Essex Tech.
Yeah, a nice tackle that time by Essex Tech. And they're kind of sitting back there, kind of waiting for Miller a little bit.
Newburyport going with a no huddle right back to that spread offense. Suozo in the backfield, just offset to the right of Miller, who's in the gun. He stands at about midfield looking to throw. Can't find a man, but he does throw to the left, but incomplete pass. No chance for Mongo to grab that. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8 for the Clippers.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 here. You're definitely in 2-down territory here, even though, because there's 7 minutes left here, you're not going to want to give Essex Tech the ball back. So you have 2 downs to pick up about 8 yards.
Right back to the spread offense is the Clippers. Miller looking to throw. He's at midfield. Screen pass over the middle. Caught it complete. Going for the 1st down is Suozo, and he gets it. I believe he's going to be there.
Suozo that time, nice running.
And there's a flag. It looks like it's going to go against Newburyport. I think it's their first penalty of the whole night.
I think they're calling it, it's a middle screen, so they're calling a lineman downfield. But it's a screen pass.
Refs coming together.
Middle screen.
I love that play call, by the way. They did that earlier in the game, and it didn't work out, but it was a great play call to have right there. And it would be a 1st down.
Oh, they're still going to call it.
Wow. Tough call for Newburyport, as they would have had a 1st down. Let's see where they put the ball. Miller couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it's a tough call right there.
Would have been about a 1st down from the 33-yard line. But now the ball is going to be placed at the 49-yard line.
Third down and 14.
Third down and long now for the Clippers. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Mongo in the backfield, offset to the left of Miller, who's in the gun. He drops back to pass, trying to find an open man. Throws it over the middle, caught and completed about the 38. Going for the first down is Harry Thurston.
Picked up great yards there, Steve.
Let's see if he gets it.
I think he's about a half a yard short. Be 4th and short.
6:24 on the clock. Down 2 scores, 28-14 is Newburyport. Miller looking to the sidelines for the play call. No huddle. Offense out for the Clippers. Spread offense, 2 to the wide receivers left, 2 to the right. Mongo just offset to the left of Miller, who's in the gun. Man in motion, comes across as Marcos left to right. Miller out of the gun looking for an open man. He's at the 45. Scrambling to the left. Throws it. Interception by Essex Tech. Mako Bay off and run to the 35. And then brought down about the 38-yard line. Essex Tech with another turnover.
Yeah, you get Essex Tech capitalizing on the scramble that time. Mako Bay that picks up the interception. Great just reading the quarterback back there. And you really got to credit Essex Tech defense. Really kind of after that first quarter touchdown, Newburyport offense had opportunities. They were in the red zone a few different times, but that Essex Tech defense just stingent. Didn't let them get in the end zone. That famous, bend but don't break. That's kind of what happened here tonight.
And that penalty on third down was a killer, as they would have had a first down, but they had a 3rd and long, and then interception. 5:44 left in the ballgame. Essex Tech with the carry up the middle is Lucier. 4-yard gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down with just 5:35 left in the ballgame.
Suzio on the stop that time. He's had himself a good game, offensively and defensively tonight.
Yeah, he's been all over the ball.
2nd down and 6.
Essex Tech very content not to rush these plays in and out. They use maximizing the clock here. 5 minutes left. Taking their time.
2 wide receivers out to the left for Tech. It's a carry up the middle. Nowhere to go, though. About a yard loss on the play. Deacon Parsons with the carry, the sophomore. Had a great game for Essex Tech. Come up big a few times for them.
Zach Bell that time, sophomore D end. We've called his name out a few times defensively. He's had himself a nice ball game.
Essex Tech looking for their first ever Cape Ann League victory, as this is their 2nd year in the CAL. And Coach Tim Frermuth looking for his first victory as Essex Tech's coach. Came over from Hamilton Wenham. Now trying to build the program here for the Hawks. It's a fake handoff in a quarterback carry for Tarasuik. He goes to the outside. Brought down about the 47-yard line. Stays inbounds, though, so that time just keeps ticking away.
That's the tough part right here, Steve. You're down 2 scores. 3 minutes left. Defensively, you can't really stop the clock. You only have a few timeouts. So you're going to probably wait to utilize those. 4th down here, though. Newburyport should be getting the ball back. This is where you got to worry about getting drawn off sides.
4th and 3. 2 backs in the backfield with Tarasuik out of the gun. 1 wide receiver to the right. Tarasuik keeps it, trying to get a first down, and he does. And Essex Tech looking like they're going to get their first victory of the year.
Yeah, you got to credit this Essex Tech offensive line right now in the 4th quarter. Getting bodies down on the linebackers, and Tarasuik picking up the first down.
Tarasuik with a great ball game tonight, offensively and defensively for the Hawks. Been a great playmaker. And looking like the victory is going to come their way. 28-14 with 2:37 left on the clock. 1st and 10. It's a carry up the middle. Brought down, though. Great defensive play by Henry Thurston. Going to be a loss on the play for Xavier Parsons.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, it's late in the game, but Thurston makes a nice play. But, you know, he was on a blitz that time coming right in.
Got to give a shout out to the team here at 96.3. Maeve Power, our producer. Tom Goodwin on the camera. And Oliver Looker back in the studio, making all the magic happen. Couldn't do it without the crew here at 96.3.
100%. Great team, great crew. You guys been doing this for a long time. We're kind of just their guests.
That's it, Sean.
You know?
They make the magic happen. We just speak what we see. And we've had our quite a fair share of like mix-ups, I'd say, over the years. Been on the phone a few times.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's been. I think we're. Yeah, we've been in a few places too that to call a few games that weren't the most ideal, you could say. Here we go. It's 2nd and 12 for Essex Tech. About a 3-yard gain on the play. Remember Marblehead in the parking lot with the dogs?
That's right, the barking dogs.
and Dan Bauer barking at us while we're on the air.
And Dan Bauer is now he was the Marblehead principal back then. Now he's the superintendent at Danvers Public Schools.
Great for Dan.
Yeah, it's great. You know, North Shore football is, I just think, the best football. The Cape Ann League, amazing, great traditions. Same with the Northeast Conference, and a lot of the teams are now blending, you know, playing those non-league games, Cape Ann versus the Northeast Conference, and yeah, there's nothing like it. You know, Eastern Mass football, I just believe, is the best in the state, no question about it.
Yeah, year after year, the traditions, Thanksgiving. It's just fantastic football that we have here. And Essex Tech looking to get their first Cape Ann League victory tonight here in Newburyport. And Tim Fremmuth, his first victory as head coach of the Hawks. Just 2:19 left on the clock. Oh, nice tackle. Oh, great play there. Henry Thurston all over the quarterback, Tarasuik. Going to be a loss on the play. Going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that's again, you know, you're sending Henry Thurston that time on another blitz. And sometimes that ignites, you know, I know Coach Webb is going to take a look at this tape, and he's probably going to be talking to the guys about, you know, mistakes and this and that. And, you know, sometimes when you have a younger defense, you know, the more blitzing, the more scheming, the more stunts you do up there, you get them playing more aggressive and less thinking. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, when I was coaching, you can kind of see it. Like if you overcoach a defense, sometimes you take their aggressiveness away. So we were always conscious of that when we were coaching, especially with some of these athletes that Newburyport has. So I'm sure Coach Webb is going to take a look at the films.
Run play on 4th down at 11, but flag on the play. Going to be too many men for the Clippers. So
yeah, they were trying to sub in and out right there.
Trying to get their younger guys in here with 2 minutes left in the ball game.
Trying to figure out what's happening here. The officials.
You would think it'd be 4th down again after the penalty. Let's see where they've marked the ball.
Oh, maybe was it offsetting, Steve? Because it looked like it was 12 men on the field.
Yeah,
Was
looks
it 12
like
men
it.
and 12 men.
Hey, home
I
field
don't know.
advantage. Yeah, right? Offset. We'll just give Newburyport the ball.
First down and 10.
All right.
Ball to
All right, we've seen
That-
crazy finishes. We're
Yeah.
still on. It's not over yet.
That's
2
it.
minutes left.
Here we go. First and 10 from the 46 is the Clippers. 3 wide receivers out to the left. Miller in the gun. He's looking to throw. Screen pass caught and oh no, it's bobbled. Fowler can't come up with it. Going to bring up second down and 10, but the clock does stop at 2 minutes.
Right, that time trying to run a slip screen that time. Henry Thurston as a wideout was just really, he's a bigger,
10.
they had him out there, I think, as a blocker on the slip screen.
All right, here they come. Out of the huddle, second and 10, down 28-14 from their own 46-yard line. Spread offense out there for the Clippers with a single back, but looking to throw is Miller. He drops back, looking for a man, goes over the middle, caught and
Nice
complete
catch.
for the 35, 30, looking to score is Fowler. Brought down about the 19-18. He won't go down, though. Helmet comes off and everything. Pushed out of bounds. Fowler cannot be stopped.
Tell you, great play right there, Fowler.
Those passes
Picked up big chunks, a minute and 42 seconds, 28-14. The Clippers are down. As we said, Steve, over our years, we've seen crazy finishes.
That's for sure.
on the Essex 20-yard line.
Why not right now? Time's ticking, 1:38, and it's running. But Clippers looking to score first and 10 from their 20. 2 wide receivers out to the right, 2 to the left. Miller in the backfield with Swuzo. Miller looking to throw. He drops back at about the 30, looking for an open man. Throws it to the left, caught and complete. Out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Owen Mongo with the catch.
Nice pass that time. Great poise by Miller. Nice line protection, too. Great job of the offensive line, sustaining this drive, allowing Miller the time to sit back there and throw the football.
Second down and 2.
Yeah, Miller's dangerous when he gets a little bit of time. He can really sling it. 1:19 on the clock. Second and 2 from the 12-yard line. Same formation with 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. This time Swuzo's offset to the left side of Miller, man in motion. But we got a timeout, Essex Tech, I believe.
Timeout.
As Newburyport putting a little pressure on here at the end.
Minute and 19 seconds. Their ball is on, what, the 13-yard line? 12-yard line?
Yep.
You get a quick score here. You never know.
Never know. Maybe see an onside kick. Things could get real interesting.
And as we were talking, going into next week, as we were saying, Coach Weber will probably look at the film, and they're probably going to look at some of the mistakes and the turnovers that really allowed Essex Tech, to score some points here tonight.
Yeah, I think that was the difference maker, especially in the first half, was those turnovers, those fumbles. And that's been pretty much the difference in the game. 2 scores as they were able to get off those turnovers. And that's the lead that they have right now. So if Newburyport can clean it up a little bit, they're very disciplined. I believe only 1 penalty on the Clippers all night. Ended up being a tough penalty as it led to an interception on the next play. But here come the Clippers now. 1:19 left in the ball game. Second and 2 from the Essex Tech 12. Empty backfield. Miller all alone out of the gun. He's looking to throw left side. Quick pitch. Hits. Caught and complete. Oh, maybe a face mask. Kean Marcos with the catch at about the 4-yard line.
Another pass complete to Marcus.
Thought I saw a face mask there, but no call. Time's ticking, 1:07. Right back to that spread offense. Miller lonely in the backfield, out of the gun. Looking for a man. He's scrambling to the right side at about the 12-yard line. Now scrambling over to the left at about the 23-yard line. Trying to find an open man. Throws it. Caught and complete. Looking to get in the end zone. It's Thurston. Let's see if he gets in. Oh, he's down at about the 1-yard line.
Pass complete to Marcus.
Jack Miller.
I think that was Marcos that time.
Oh, Marcos. Yeah, Marcos. Jack Miller running for his life out there. Well, makes a great throw. Now 29 seconds on the clock. Miller in the backfield all alone, looking to get in as a QB keeper. Makes a guy miss. Let's see if he gets in. Touchdown, Newburyport. Jack Miller.
Tell you, great run that time, just chopping his legs. That was just all heart to get into the end zone.
Exactly. That's all it was right there. Miller comes up limping on the sidelines. But this Newburyport team can't be stopped. 28-20. They're going to go for the extra point to try to make it a one-score game. Kick is up, and it is good. So 28-21, 19 seconds left. Probably going to see an onside kick here, Sean. A little bit of drama here at James T. Stehlin Field in Newburyport.
19 seconds here.
28-21.
Little bit of drama happening here in Newburyport. Clippers are saying, I don't think so, Essex Tech. You're not going to get away with this victory without a dogfight here to the end. And we're going to see an onside kick here with 19 seconds left in a one-score game. 28-21 lead for the Hawks. But Jack Miller gets the score on the QB keeper run. Miller, with the heart and soul of this Clippers team, has come up big time after time so far tonight. And
yeah, Miller's had himself a great game tonight.
Yeah, he's really showing this crowd that he's a great quarterback for this team as he's taking over for Colin Fuller. Here's the onside kick. Flicked up to the 45. Newburyport jumps, but Essex Tech able to get all over it. Number 13, Hayden Ferguson. And that's probably going to do it right there as Ferguson able to jump all over that ball.
Great effort that time by Newburyport trying to get that onside kick, and the kick was pretty good.
Yeah. Had a chance. Had a Newburyport player around the ball.
Gabarino, special teams, great kickoff. He's got a leg on him, and that was a nice onside. He did get the bounce, but it credit Essex Tech for falling on it in their hands team, and it looks like Essex Tech's going to come away with a victory tonight.
They're going to kneel it with 18 seconds left from their own 47-yard line. And that's going to do it, folks. 28-21, Essex Tech with their first Cape Ann League victory. And head coach Tim Fairmouth with his first victory as the Hawks coach. And what a fantastic ball game we had here in Newburyport.
Yeah, you have to credit Essex Tech for coming in here tonight and really being the underdog in the sense of, both teams were 0-2, but as you were saying in the pregame, Steve, Essex Tech not winning a game in the Cape Ann League from last year to this year. So this is their first victory. And, I think Newburyport, they also are going to probably look at this film, as we were saying, and correct mistakes. As we always say, turnovers is the key of the game, and Newburyport, had a couple key turnovers where Essex Tech capitalized on them. But a great football game here tonight. I mean, both teams played hard to the end. As you said, Newburyport didn't quit. They score with 19 seconds left to make the game 28-21. They attempt the onside kick, but they just didn't get it tonight, and so they'll have time to regroup. I think they have a bye week, which is probably good for them, as you see Miller's limping around, and Skiba's got that shoulder injury, so time for Newburyport Clippers to kind of regroup with that bye week.
Yeah, most definitely. And Sean, who would be your players of the game?
Well, we're going to go, we're going to select, I think, both quarterbacks tonight for both teams. I think they were the I mean, Jack Miller was, heart and soul of Newburyport. He played. You could tell he was playing hurt, limping around, and heart of a lion. Credit. We saw some good individual performances too on the Newburyport side. I really like the way Henry Thurston plays and Noah Benson at the center spot. But overall, I think Miller's going to be our player of the game, and we have to credit the other side a little bit. Tarasuik had himself a great ball game too.
Yeah, he sure did. I mean, the kid did it all for them offensively and defensively, made some fantastic throws on the money, and showed everybody that, he is the heart and soul of this Essex Tech team and probably one of the better players in the Cape Ann League.
I would agree 100%.
Well, shout out to everybody who listened tonight and to our crew, Maeve Power at producer, Oliver Looker in the studio, and Tom Goodwin on the camera. Make sure you guys tune in October 3rd versus Manchester Essex here in Newburyport. You're listening to high school football here on 96.3 WJOP.